What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode and another week of the What the Puck podcast. I'm Nick. That's Gunk. Gunk, we're back for another week.
Yes, sir.
How was the game the other day, bud?
Oh, it was pretty good. I mean, we had great seats. If like I said, I have a couple videos I'm going to start posting up. We got we were in the section right where the Devil's Tunnel was, and I read on the thing if you get there early enough, you could walk down. It doesn't matter where in the section you are, you can go down all the way to the glass. So that's what we did. We got there early. We got in our seats. We found them, and then we went down and we hung out. And my daughter Maddie had the most thrilling time. She got so close to the players. She got hand taps. She got close to the glass. It was fantastic. She had such a great experience. She got taps from, I think she got it from Jake Allen. She got it from her boy Dougie. She got Seamus Casey. Like I said, we'll go into that in a little bit, but he was fantastic. He like every time he walked by, he would tap her.
Oh,
He was such a nice dude.
nice.
Waved at her. Yeah, he was awesome. I got a big bump from my new favorite goalie, my boy Marky, Jacob Markstrom. He gave me a big old freaking blocker tap. I was like, yes, that's my boy. So anyway, so yeah, we watched the game. I said I posted a video after right as the game ended at Prudential 3-0 over the Utah Hockey Club. Um, Solid game. Devils played well. They were hitting like crazy. I'm gonna say just Utah. Just they played one game at home and then they had to go on this New York trip. They played two overtime games against the Isles and the Rangers. Won both of them, but still overtime games they had to fight for. I feel like they played a good first period. They kept it 0-0. I think once the Casey goal went in, I think they kind of backed off and they kind of they were like let's take our L and let's get out of this area and get back home because like I said, they didn't look like the same team they played in the second and third period.
Uh-huh.
And the Devils took it to them. I mean, they really did take it to them. But like I said, I'm not gonna rate Utah by that game just because again, I feel like they were probably overexhausted. I mean, they played a night game and then they're playing an afternoon game. The Devils were coming off fresh off a couple of days off the win at the win at Washington. So like I said, it was a good game. We said we had a great time. Like I said, we walked around to the side. We went to where they come out. Unfortunately, the Devils players hopped right on the bus to go to the game of Carolina, which was a disappointing game. But again, they're coming off a back to back. Them too now coming off a back to back. They didn't look the same. I mean, they could have got it to 3-3. Jesper Bratt missed a wide open net. I mean, he just flumped it, and then Hurricane comes down, score 4-2, game over. But again, wasn't their best game. They stayed in the game. I enjoyed that. Markstrom played a hell of a game against Carolina. I mean, he was making big save after big save. I mean, again, I go to the comparison of last year. Anytime last year, that game is like 6-2, 7-3. So I got to give it up to the goaltending. It has so improved. Um, After another thing on the Utah game, shout out Jake Allen, first player in NHL history to win against 33 different franchises in the league. So
That is
he
right.
he will always be the first one.
you can you can hang your hat on that for being able to beat Utah.
Well, nothing was more cringy than the Devils post about they literally put his HISS dash Touré. And I kind of cringed at that, but I liked the stat, but it
Ooh.
was kind of cringy. The headline was kind of cringy. But anyway, great game. Like I said, the Carolina game, like I said, coming off a back to back. Said not too bad. We got Ottawa tonight, coming off a day of rest. So we'll see how that plays out tonight. Should be a really good game.
Yeah, we had talked about the game last week because that was the game we were going into. Let's talk a little bit more about that home opener, Maple Leafs Devils.
Oof.
Toronto came in playing against Keefe, and
Yep.
they took the game. I mean, what are your thought? You let Max Pacioretty score in a game.
Yeah. Again not one of our best performances. I mean, I wish it could have done better for the home crowd at home, at opening night, big, festivities and everything like that. But again, they came out kind of flat. Toronto jumped out in front, and again, it was one of those you just they could just never get it going like together. And like I said, the Hughes line is really close. And now with Jack scoring the other night against the Hurricanes, kind of hopefully he'll kind of break out of this now. But like I said, that line has played really well with the Hughes, Bratt, and Meyer line. Have been playing really well together. Just haven't got that that push that they really need. That those goals that they really should be putting in the back of the net. I take it to early season jitters, so hopefully they can break out of it. Coming up this. But yeah, Toronto did take it to us, and like I said, it was just one of those games. You know what I mean? Just one of those games that they just couldn't put it together.
Yeah, I hear you. But a player, not so much a team right now, but a player that has had it taken to them recently. And I kind of wanted to talk about it because looking at his stats right here, it is kind of rough. The Colorado Avalanche and Alex Georgiev. Have you seen
Oh,
his?
yeah.
In the first two games that he played, he let up 4 goals, 4 or 5 goals in each of them, and was pulled in both games. And right now he is sitting at 4 games played, 0-1, a goals against the average of 5.79 and a save percentage of 800.
Yikes. Yeah. He's going on Vitek Vanacek friggin' levels this year, I swear.
I
But yeah,
He looked good when Colorado first got him, but as anybody would know, it's me. Alex Georgiev is not that good.
right.
Like I don't really think he was ever really that good. I mean, he never really got his chance with the Rangers because he was backing up Hank and then he immediately went into backing up Igor.
Right.
So, I mean, he never really got to show what he could have done in New York, but he never really showed anything when he was able to like play.
Right.
So he had his one good year, and now people are surprised that he's not doing that good. I mean, he was never really good to begin with. Thankfully for the Avalanche, he's a free agent after this year.
Yep.
So if he's really just that bad, you can kind of just toss him away. I'm not so much toss him away, but like just get rid of him. Like
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will take something like him unless you were really looking for a backup. Because like
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
he's 28. He's never
Yeah.
really shown anything.
Yeah. At 28, you are what you are right now. You're hitting
Exactly.
your prime. I mean, if this is your prime, then you're in big trouble. I mean,
Mm.
but yeah, he's. I guess he played really well with the Rangers and got the trade to Colorado, got the contract, and has not looked well for them. He played well in the one run, and that's really been it, so for him. But like I said, they're going to be on the market because they're already at 0-4. They might have to hit the panic button. But again, who are they going to go for? Who's out there that they can make even a trade for? I mean, this is almost like again like the Devils situation last year. You got really good players, you got really marquee players, and the goaltending is just not holding up for your team, and that's what's killing you right now.
Mm. Yeah, no, it's a really unfortunate situation because I don't know who their backup is right now. But to have to keep bringing out Georgiev. Okay, their backup is Eu- Eustace Anunen.
Yes,
I've heard his name before. He's solid, but he's not an NHL starter yet. I mean, he's young. He's a young kid,
right.
and even his numbers in the 2 games he's played so far aren't the best. 469 goals against, .765 save percentage. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, you got to find somebody to be your starter now. But I don't know. Like you had said, I'm not sure who that is at this point.
Right, exactly. I mean, they just have to roll and just you're gonna have to outscore these teams now.
Yeah.
McKinnon, Rattanen's gonna have to start. Mikhail Makar is gonna have to start scoring. I mean, right now they're playing Miles Woods at the first line, so their forwards are really getting rough, and except for their big stars, they're really rough. I mean, they got a guy in the fourth line named Ivan Ivan. I mean, come on now. I mean, Ivan Ivan, seriously,
This
that's
is
your name? Come on now.
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, something's got to be figured out soon for Colorado because they're already down, like,
Hmm.
they're already down 0 and 4.
Yep.
But a team that I'm surprised about more so than Colorado is Calgary. They're up 4-0 throughout 4 games. It seems like there's a little bit of something going. They've been getting good wins. They beat Philly, they've beaten Edmonton, and they've beaten Chicago. I mean, those are wins that you want and need. So
Yeah, especially excuse me, the Edmonton one right now, as Edmonton's kind of like, on a little teetering right now. They're off to a slow start themselves. So, that's a good win for Calgary, especially in the battle of Alberta there. That's a really good win for them. I mean, again, young team. Wolf has been playing really well in gold, so it's the young kids are scoring, so it seems like Calgary's starting to get it together a little bit. Maybe they're not a playoff team, but the improvement is there. You can see it, and with all the trades they've made, to get rid of some of their players, their future looks bright if they can get, if they can draft really well. They can pick up, pieces here and there. That could be a dangerous team in about 2 or 3 years. I feel like.
yeah, I agree. And we want to talk about fast starts in the 4 games played so far. Jonathan Huberdeau has 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points.
Yeah.
I mean, people were writing him off immediately, like at least last year. They were finally starting to say that the experiment's done. I think you got to give him this year. He's looked good so far. I mean, he's showing that he's putting up points. So I mean, Calgary, I can't, we can't talk
That's
today.
okay.
Uh, Cal,
Calgary.
Calgary looks to be pretty solid so far throughout 4 games. I mean, their schedule right
4-0.
4-0.
I mean,
There's
you can't knock that. Record will always tell what your team is, and right now you're 4-0, so you're playing really well.
Yeah, they got a couple. They got another day off tomorrow, and then they're in Seattle. And they have a pretty okay schedule: Seattle, Pittsburgh, Carolina, and then Winnipeg, Vegas, and Utah. I mean, you got games that you can win, so
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
hopefully you could see a good October for Calgary. But
Absolutely.
the team that I want to jump to now that is not they've looked okay, um, but not the best performances that I've wanted to see. My boys, my team.
The
Um,
NYR.
we were talking about Utah before, and you mentioned a couple of the games went to overtime against the Rangers and the Islanders.
Right.
The game that the Rangers played against Utah was not not what I was looking for from this team.
Right.
The the defense just hold on. We're gonna have to pause here 1 sec. All right, good.
Okay, let's start it up again.
All right, and we're back. Okay.
We're back.
So yeah, the game that the Rangers played against Utah wasn't really what I was looking for. They came out super flat, and it was kind of concerning. Like defensively, they looked terrible. They didn't come out fast at all. The second period looked okay, but the
Right.
first and the third just did not look good. That those 40 minutes of play just were not good at all. And then to tie the game at 5 in the third period, and then to just lose in overtime after battling. You battled too, and you couldn't do it. The issue that a lot of Rangers fans are looking at right now. Mika Zibanejad was like a -4 in this game,
Wow.
and just if you go and even look back at at the overtime winning goal,
Oh, that was
he
oh,
he
what was
looked
that?
lost.
What was that? I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, that Keller goal. What was that?
I don't
There's all
know.
three. All three guys are behind the net. He comes out with the puck, and they go to the front, and Zibanejad doesn't even pick him up until the puck's in the net. I mean, what is he doing? Like
Wasting
I've
all this money.
oh, and like let them like walk right out in front, and
Yeah,
they had nothing, like
that's what I'm
nothing.
saying. It's insane. It's
That
absolutely
oh,
awful.
I was frustrated for you guys just to see that. Oh my god.
Yeah, that game against Utah, he went over on everything, a -4 with one shot.
Whew.
That is unacceptable. With 23 minutes of cardio, that's nothing. That's bullshit.
It's totally. Oh
I'm
my
here right
god.
now calling bullshit. But he got his empty netter against Detroit a couple days after. Had 3 points in that game, a +2. So I mean, I guess you could say something's starting to pick up, but I mean, no. I if everybody's saying what they're supposed, if everybody's saying like, oh, this is the final year for this group, this should be the first person we're looking at to get rid of. Like we can find a better center, and we have better centers. I think after the season, if the Rangers don't do anything, it's Mika that's probably going to be gone, and with good reason. I mean, he hasn't shown much good over the past 2 or 3 seasons, and I'm not really sure where that's coming from.
Like I said, playing on the line with them, he should be, putting up the numbers. But again, it's maybe there's something off about it. Just one of those things where you're just, you click one season, next season you're just not clicking yet. Like I was explaining before with my guys, like I said, they look like they're clicking, but they're just not putting it in the net. I mean, like I said, I said I don't watch all the Rangers games, so you can probably explain more. Like, are they getting like shots? Are they getting to the net? Are they are they doing
They're
stuff that
looking
you look
for it,
to?
but it doesn't even seem they're not getting into lanes properly to be able to even make anything work. So they're getting some kind of chances. They're getting looks, but it's nothing good. It's nothing really good. I mean, the same story as last year is that Panarin, Trocheck, and Loft look good again. I mean, they look better than the first line than what the first line is. But I mean, you got to come out fast at in Detroit tonight at Pizza Planet. You beat them 4-1 the
Right.
other night, and you looked good. They looked fast. They looked more prepared for this game. I want to say, and you didn't let Detroit tying the game up late in the first bother you. You were able to come back out for the second and just roll right through it. So, I mean, it's so early in the season. I don't want to try to put like blame on anybody yet.
Right.
But yeah, you got your game in Detroit tonight. Hopefully a turnaround there. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the Rangers. It's still early
The
on.
whole I got one thing that I got one little controversy that it's
Oh,
been brought up a lot. I've seen a lot of Rangers fans don't like this, and I wanted to get your opinion on it.
okay.
We have to talk about the banner. We got to talk about the banner.
Regular season
Regular
champs.
regular season champs.
All the banners say that. There's one from like 2013, 2014, or whatever.
But champs, I mean, come on.
What do you want to put?
Put President's Trophy winners. That's all you
What's
need.
wrong with regular season champs?
Because they're not champs. That's
But they
not.
won the thing.
No, you are not a champ. You're not defending this.
You won. Yeah,
You're,
you are.
no, you are the Metro Division champs. That
Okay.
banner was fine. You
What's
won your
wrong with
division.
regular season champs,
No,
bro? We're
no.
the
I don't.
champs of the regular season. We won the 82.
I didn't see them coming out with the President's Trophy like it's the Stanley Cup and raising yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but you're the champs. You
you're
got it.
not.
You're the champs
No,
of the 82.
sorry, I will not. I will happily
But if
agree
they
to
but
disagree
if
with
they
this one.
all say regular season champs and now we're having problems, I don't understand what the issue is. They
That's
all say champs.
that's not coming from me. I'm watching Rangers talk,
Yeah,
and
we're
that's
the
coming out of their mouths.
Rangers fans. We are champs. We won the 82. We can put up the banner. It's fine. I don't understand. What's
You know,
wrong?
again, I just thought it was funny because I was watching Rangers talk, and people were crapping on it so bad. I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't think it was a big deal. And then they brought up the President's Trophy winner thing. I was like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then they were showing banners from like the like other teams that have won the President's Trophy, and that's what they have on their banners. So it's like, it's kind of cringy.
It's
And then of course they
regular
got.
season champs. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
And I think it was the one video I saw that one podcast was talking about how Florida is the only champions, the regular season champions, and they went into the Dolan thing. They feel like this is a yeah again that's a they thought it was a Dolan problem, and Chris Drury would never do that because he's been a champion in Little League, he's been a champion in the NCAA, he's been a champion in the NHL.
Okay.
So he's kind of like Chris Drury, excuse me, is really like hating this, and the Dolans are making him do this. So
My
again, nice,
God.
nice little controversy, but hey, I thought it was kind of funny. I just kind of
Nah,
wanted to
the
bring it up.
regular
Kinda,
season champs all the way. I'm so fine with that. Getting mad
there
at
you
something
go.
like that is ridiculous.
Hey, if the Patriots could put up their stupid 16-0 banner,
Yeah, do
I'm
whatever
okay.
you
I'm okay
want.
with it.
I mean, don't be
Yeah.
like the Predators where they're putting up like an internet poll,
Oh
or like
God.
Edmonton where they won the fucking top 100 team or whatever, so they put up a banner.
Oh no, the best one ever is the Indianapolis Colts with their AFC finalists. That is the best banner ever. AFC
That
finalists.
is rough.
That's hilarious. That is
That
the best one of the best banners I've ever seen.
yeah, I regular season champs. There you
Yep.
go. That's what this team has come down
Congratulations.
to. And we are the regular season champs.
Congratulations. You won it.
Thank you. We did it. We won the 82. We got it.
You got it.
Um, well, thank you for the congratulations there. Let's congratulate something that actually matters.
Okay.
Last night, Sidney Crosby scored and had two assists
Yes.
to surpass 1,600 NHL points.
Yes.
Wow. What a player.
Great player. I knew, and I was one of those that used to hate him. But now watching him as he gets older, I can really appreciate his game right now. Like I really appreciate like everything he's done for the hockey community, and he's just a great guy, and you can't go wrong. And he's a Pittsburgh leader. I mean, he's a legend now in that town. I mean, he's up there with with a Terry Bradshaw, one of those Steelers teams and stuff, Pittsburgh Pirate teams, all those. He's one of those legends of Pittsburgh that will never be forgotten. And, the city of Pittsburgh owes him a grit of gratitude. I mean, great guy. I mean, like I said, I thought, again, when he first came in, I thought he was a cocky little, SOB, but watching him grow up and watching him, win, and watching him, just as he gets older, and his team is not as good anymore, but he decided to stay with his team, stick it out. He wanted to be a Penguin for life, and I can appreciate when somebody does that, especially a big star like that. Especially nowadays with a lot of players that go chasing championships right now. That's all they want is just go to chase the, especially like the NFL. They always want to chase the championship, They need the ring. They need the ring. Well, Sid said, "Nah, I don't need the ring. I've been with this organization. I've won my rings. I've won my cups.
Hmm.
I want to stay with this organization. I don't care if it's going downhill. I'm a Penguin for life, and you got to respect that." So, I said, good for Sid. 1,600 points, and we got also Genny Malkin scored his 500th last night too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but Gary Malkin scored his 500 goal last night, so we got to give him also. He's also been always Sid's number two. So those two, one of the best combinations I feel like ever in the NHL. Best 1-2 combination. Of all time. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely. Whenever I think of like duos in the NHL, those are normally some of the people that I think of. But I've grown up
Yep.
on them, so it's really it's nice to see these players that I've watched for pretty much my entire life hit these milestones now.
Hmm.
And the Penguins as a whole have looked all right.
Yeah. No, they've they've held their own so far. And it said they're not looking for. It said wasn't going to be a great season. They were going to be, iffy to make the playoffs. They were going to be in the hunt, but they were so worried about just the depth of the team, and they said they played really well so far this season. So give it up to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hopefully, hopefully they don't continue because they're in our division. But for again, one good. I would love to see Sid one more time in the playoffs. Try to make a run at it, and see what happens.
Yeah, it would be storybook for them to get to where they are.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, season's still early. Not much has really been going on. Some teams have only played like 2 games still.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the hurricane and like Tampa Bay and stuff, with that they've only played 2 games. Like I said, Carolina's only played. I think they played. I think we when we played them, I think it was their second. No, it was only
It
their
was their
second.
second.
Yeah, it was almost their second game also. So yeah, it's really early in the season. Columbus, that was a great tribute the other night. I love that.
Yes, I saw that.
That was super sweet. The 13 seconds, dipping off the clock. They actually passed it to where he was supposed to be, and like I said, and then this is why I love hockey. One of those moments that just will live forever. Especially for Columbus Blue Jacket fans, and they raised the banner for Johnny, and it was a very great ceremony. His family was there. You saw his dad crying. It was very emotional to watch, but like I said, I loved it. So good for them. Good for the NHL in the whole. Again, good for the hockey community that we're trying to heal from this bad situation that has happened.
That's it.
Oh yeah, that was it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
That's it.
you took. I saw you take your sip and then you just stopped talking. I thought you had more.
Oh no, that was it. No, that was good. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. All right. But yeah, with that, there's not much still going on in the NHL. Is there anything else you needed to touch on, Gunk?
Oh, one moment. Oh yes,
Hit me
goalie
with it.
goal,
Goalie goal.
goalie goal,
Goalie goal. That's
goalie
right.
goal.
Gustafson up
Philip
in
Gustafson.
Minnesota.
Minnesota goalie goal. We love we always got to recognize the goalie goals here. What a
Yes.
shot too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. Yeah, he ripped it.
he ripped it. Fantastic. What a shot. Good for him. Again,
Good
that was
for-
awesome to see. I
You
always
gotta
love
love the goalie goals.
you know, especially growing up with the with Marty always trying to score goals. So I always appreciate that, especially growing up watching Marty always trying it. So anybody that any goalie that can
Holy
get
shit, that was a
fucking
power play goal too.
well, yes, it was.
Holy shit, that's great. Goalie goals for the win. That's what you love seeing.
Well, let's see. Did Matthew score yet? Because then
Yes.
Philip Oh, okay, good. I was gonna
Yes,
say
Matthew scored last night.
now he's tied with Philip Gustafson for goals. That's awesome. That's
Let's
good for us.
go. That is fantastic. Goalie goals. And if we
Goalie
want to
goals.
talk about first, Big Meech over in Philly. He scored his first.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
and there was a little bit of controversy on it. They thought, I want to say they thought that he kicked it or there was goalie interference or something.
Right.
Which, goalie interference, no, how do you call that?
Really,
Because nobody knows how to anymore.
No, they really don't. If you scrape by him and it has nothing to do, they will not put that. It's so weird.
The Rangers
Like-
got called in the Utah game because Ingram came out, put his hands in, it was Rempe in front. Put his hands on Rempe and was pushing him, and fucking the Rangers got called.
Again, sometimes the refereeing is just not up to par sometimes, but
It's really
you gotta
not.
take the good with the bad. I mean, and that's also coming from the replay, the replay judges. So, New York's got to get a better system going on here too. It's not just the refs on the ice; it's the guys back in New York too.
Yeah,
in
that's
Toronto.
fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, goalie interference or not, the goal stood. So Matvey Michkov has his first goal as a Philadelphia Flyer and in the NHL. Scored a second one that game.
Yes.
But the Flyers came up short in Edmonton in overtime. But yeah, that's pretty much all the hockey we got. I think the Frozen Frenzy is coming up soon.
Yes, it is. I think is it this
Tuesday.
weekend?
It's
It's on Tuesday,
Tuesday.
right? Yes, it
Yep,
is.
every team is playing, so it's Tuesday for the Frozen Frenzy 2, baby. It's back.
We loved it last year. It was so good. It was really good last year.
I'm hoping it's better now. It's gonna be fun.
It always is. It always is.
Couple games that are happening that night. The Flyers take on Washington as the first game of the night. Devils play against Tampa Bay, and the Rangers play Montreal. All right,
Alrighty.
full slate. But
Here.
Gunk, if that's all we got, we can send them away, baby.
Let's go. Thank
Uh,
you for listening to our podcast again. We are always trying to put up new content. We're as we get into the meat of the NHL season. The winter time is coming. It's starting to get cold around here, so it feels like hockey season around here now. So everyone, go to our TikTok at What the Puck Pod. We put up videos. Like I said, I put up my video of the Devils win the other night. Like I said, we're gonna try to post up, post game updates and stuff and reviews and everything like that. So we both have access. So you'll see us on Rangers and Devils and anything that's going on in the NHL. Check us out at What the Puck Pod, and of course, you can check us out on YouTube at our What the Puck Podcast at What the Puck with Nick and Gunk. So check us out, like, subscribe, and we'll give you some entertainment here. If you love hockey, you love just two guys just talking back and forth, just shooting the crap. Yes, this is your podcast, baby. So, Nick, take them away.
Yep, gang. You know we love you. Gunk, I love you. Thanks for
Love
another
you.
fantastic week. We'll catch you all
Absolutely.
later. Peace.
Peace.